This pans out. On that note, we leave there and we shift our focus to some more news coming in. Now, as per reports, the Waqf Board is claiming at least 53 historical monuments across Karnataka as its own land. Some of the monuments claimed include Gol Bhumaz, Ibrahim Rausa, Bara Kaman and the forts of Bidar and Kalaburagi. It's as its own. Of these 43 in Vijaypura, the erstwhile capital city of Adil Shahis, has already been declared Waqf properties by Waqf Board. In 2005, online reports claim that some of the 43 properties were encroached upon. The Waqf Board has declared 43 centrally protected monuments as Vijaypura as Waqf properties. And in fact, an RTI has been filed by the news agency. And while ASI is the holder of the land monuments, the incumbents is the Waqf authority. This has been done without consulting ASI. Documents show that these protected monuments were declared Waqf properties in 2005 by the Health and Family Welfare Department Principal Secretary Mohammad Mohsin, who then held the position of both Deputy Commissioner and Chairman of Waqf Board, Vijaypura. My colleague Belly joins us on the broadcast to give us more on this. Belly, what are the details that we are in fact getting at this point of time? How, in fact, on what grounds are they making these claims?
Savari, at least 53 historical, monumental sites are being claimed by the Waqf Board that those belong to them, and among 44 of them are encroached upon, defaced, and have been unscientifically altered or renovated, is what sources say. So, according to an RTA response that by a news agency, it shows that there are around 6 historical monuments in the Hampi circle and 4 historical monuments in the Bengaluru circle, which despite the one historical monument in Srirangapatna, and the rest of the 43 historical monuments are from the Vijaypura side, which includes the Dharwad circle as well. And here, what we have to observe is that the records of rights, the documents such as the records of rights or the government certificate that is meant to be given to the owner of the land. Here, the Archaeological Survey of India is the sole custodian or the sole owner or the holder of the land as well as the monument. But the encumbrance is with the Waqf Board. So this has been done without the consultation of the ASI, is what we get to know from the RTA query. So going forth, the 43 historical monuments that are in the Vijaypura that have been encroached upon or defaced or unscientifically renovated, they are kind of was taken over by the Waqf Board in 2005, while the Health and Family Welfare Department Principal Secretary Mohammad Mohsin was the Deputy Commissioner and the Waqf Board Chairman then. So he maintains that all these were done in accordance of the government's Gazette notification and authentic evidences that was provided by the political parties that were in power at that time. But here the questions arise as to when the Archaeological Survey of India, that is the center, is the sole custodian of such historical monuments, which holds a lot of information and knowledge about the history of the country. There are these third parties which encroach and in the name of commercialized.
In fact, joining us at this point of time is Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao, Chief Spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. So thank you so much for taking our time and speaking to us on News X. Now, of course, these claims that have been made by the Waqf Board on 53 ASI sites in Karnataka, how do you view these claims that have been made?
This is the outcome of the appeasement politics of Congress party when it is in the government. See, it is so, it is not judicious at all, and it is neither legal nor it has any moral, ethical standards of ownership, because ASI happens to be the sole owner of all monuments and sites of national importance. So how is it that the Waqf Board owns all? I mean, what is that claim all about? And then who's allowing this claim? I mean, one or two officers who are there actually. I mean, there was one officer who was both the Waqf chairman and also the custodian in terms of the revenue department as a secretary. So he's the one who has made all these alterations. And it doesn't stand the scrutiny. And unfortunately, the government which is running doesn't want to. I mean, they just want to turn their head aside and not pay attention to what is happening. And the Ministry of Culture must intervene. The central government must intervene and ensure that these monuments, these places of great historic importance and culture, need to be completely taken back under the ASI purview. It cannot be allowed to be smeared and to be. I think they are also changing the outer layers of these monuments. They are adding ACs and fans and whatnot. I mean, this is complete mutilation of the historic monuments. Bharatiya Janata Party seriously condemns this kind of an act of destruction.
Right, so absolutely. In fact, joining us at this point of time is Mr. Satya Prakash, spokesperson of the Congress. So thank you so much for taking our time and speaking to us on NewsX. Now, the Bharatiya Janata Party, they're saying that this is nothing but corruption that is playing out. How does the Congress then view the statements?
Sorry, we need to understand what has corruption got to do with this. The laws of the land are very important. Whether it is Congress guys or whether it is BJP guys or whether it is a Hindu board or the Waqf board or Christian board, have to follow the law of the land. We also need to understand what does the law say regarding, for example, I'll give an example. For example, Gol Bhumaz is an archaeological site, but Gol Bhumaz is also a tomb of a Muslim king or something like that. Now, according to the laws, what does it say? The burial grounds belong to the Waqf or the government. This is a decision that has to be taken by the courts or by the executive, either the state government or the central government. For the last 10 years, which government is in power in this country? And for the next 5 years, if the government lost, which is the government that will be in power? What were they doing for so many years? If there is, for example, if in one particular this thing there is some ambiguity, it is who is responsible to set the ambiguity right? It is who is responsible to say that property belongs to whom, whether it is the ASI or the Waqf. It's as simple as that. What are these people doing? We are using the Waqf issue only to divide the society again on the lines of religion, Hindu and Muslim. Except that there is nothing which these sort of stories are doing. Who has to take this decision now, sorry? You tell me. And what for 10 donkeys years, what has this BJP government been doing? If there is some ambiguity, it is the job of the executive to set it right. Or the judiciary should intervene. And for 10 donkeys years, these people keep quiet, and now since Maharashtra elections are there, Jharkhand elections are there, they want to raise their favorite topic of India and Pakistan. Sorry, or of Hindu and Muslim, I'm so sorry. So what has this got to do? Who has to take this decision? Now if you just push this decision, just for the sake of votes or dividing the community, the society on religious lines, will it help the country? In this country, there is something called ownership title. You ask, if the Waqf Board is claiming the land, you ask them on what basis. Get us the papers. If the ASI is claiming the land, that it is a historical value, look at the laws of the land, what it says. And when there is a dispute between ASI and a private property and a private entity or a government entity, the law should intervene to decide the ownership title of that or ownership of that monument belongs to whom. As simple as that. Actually, why are we discussing even? Isn't it? For example, If it is your land, if it is your house, Avasari, I come and say the land belongs to Satya Prakash. Now Satya Prakash has to prove with the title, with title saying that how Avasari's land belongs to me. Or if I am claiming, Avasari should say, no, you are not the title owner, I am the title owner. Or the law says that, ASI is the title owner. As simple as that. The problem in this country today is everything is boiling down to playing politics in the name of caste, religion. And whenever politics are played in the name of caste and religion, which is the party that is going to benefit? It is the BJP, because polarization happens. Congress doesn't want polarization. Congress doesn't want to play the politics of religion. Congress is a party for all. Congress is a party for Hindus, Congress is a party for Muslims, Congress is a party for Christians, Sikhs, Jains, everyone. So whenever people fight among themselves in the name of religion, Congress is not going to benefit politically at all. So why would we want संघर्ष क्यों चाहिए हमको?
All right, sir. All right. I'm completely out of time. I'd like to thank both our guests, Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao and Mr. Satya Prakash, for joining us on the broadcast, sharing their perspectives. On that note, we slip into a very short break. Thanks for watching.
कभी नाच गाना और